Is Wardus the next thing for FPS gamers everywhere in VR? Stick around and find out.
Are you still looking at me? Are you still looking at me?
Hey, you're back with Casual Observer. I'm Ford Thomas, and today we're looking at Wardust. So, if you haven't heard about Wardust is basically a 64-player multiplayer experience and a war simulation. You get 32 players on each side, battling it out for points while being able to fly jets, fly tanks. You can fly tanks. Actually, we'll get more onto that later. Fly jets, helicopters, drive tanks, and even quad buggies around the map to help with your goals. There's 4 classes. You can get assault, engineer, support, or scout, and they're pretty much what they say on the tin. The scout has a sniper rifle. Your assault has an assault rifle, as well as the engineer having a rocket launcher, and the support being a first aid provider with an MP5, as you do. Goal is to either get the 5 points normally on each map, held for the longest amount of time while the time limit goes out, or deplete enemy tickets being the amount of times they can respawn. So far it always seems to be that tickets run out before points, so always kill everybody you find. All in all, the game is pretty awesome. I spent upwards of around 12 hours laughing to my heart out and playing with some crazy people. It is still in its infancy. This is an early access game and is great fun to have around, but there's a lot of bugs. One of the main bugs concerning that needs to be fixed, and I'm sure it will be, is squadding up with a team of 5 of your friends. It's pretty much impossible to get into a squad together unless you all start the game at the exact same time and immediately go into a squad. If you're already playing the game and you try and back out to the main menu to join a squad, it won't let you, and it'll be near enough impossible. There are 4 maps, being Siege of Dubai, one with a train, and 2 desert maps. These maps are great, but the rate in which you get them, they don't seem to be random, or it doesn't seem to be map 1, map 2, map 3, map 4. You'll end up playing Siege of Dubai probably most of the time, which is a good city map, and it's not bad. And if you're good with a parachute, you can get up to many advantageous spots. But is this game good? Yes, I believe so. I enjoy it. Me and my father have played it for a fair amount of time, and we enjoy it, bugs and all. Like, obviously these bugs are going to get fixed, and that would be great, but still, it's well worth the sumly price of £12, or whatever it is in dollars for you Americans. The bugs can get a little bit annoying at times, but in actual fact, most of the time, they add to the beauty of what the game is at the moment, and I'm sure these bugs are going to get fixed, and we all want them to, eventually. But for the moment, it kind of adds to the character. So is it a good game? All in all, yes. I've enjoyed it with my father for many hours, bugs and all, and I can say without a doubt I've enjoyed it. I think Raptor Labs have stumbled across something that the VR community have been needing for a while. Not just another wave shooter or a small 5-on-5, but a large-scale multiplayer experience. I think even if you're not a fan of FPS, you can enjoy this game. And even with the community as it stands at the moment, it's pretty solid. There's been very few times that I've come across salty players and individuals, but actually had quite a lot of fun with most of them. If you're the sort of person who gets really irritated by bugs and stuff, I would leave it a little while. If you're the sort of person who wants to see VR develop and try everything that it's got to offer, like me, give it a little while and then come back to it later, then this is probably the game for you. This is what you want to be playing right now. And Raptor Labs have done an amazing job with it. They really have. They've done a fantastic job with it. So much so that their previous game, Standout VR, which was hugely successful, by the way, and yet there was still a few bugs, and they are a small company, but they have proven to work on it quite heavily. I'm hoping they're going to continue support for both games. It would be really nice to see that. There are a few little things that need adjusting, and it's a little rough around the edges. For example, when you grab your gun and stuff, your hands stay like this. There is no grip action, but it's like they're always like this, no matter what you're holding. Little things like that need to be worked on. The graphics aren't spectacular, but when you're hosting such a massive game, and with minimal lag, I might say, it's to be expected, and still pretty impressive. I have more fun walking around the warfield, sitting watching explosions, obviously doing my fair amount of killing, and it gets on pretty well. So all in all, should you buy it? Yes, is my answer. I think it's definitely worth a chance, especially with its low price at the moment of £12, or whatever it is in dollars. I'll put that just down here. But it is a lot of fun. I have a blast in it, and it is very promising to show that people can make large-scale games in VR, and you don't have to be a AAA company. The game can be a little grindy at times. To be honest, if you're fairly good at it, or you're not fairly good at it, there are ways to help you level up, so you can unlock all the gear. Nobody is kind of left out. The one thing I will say is, it is really best if you work with your squad. Whether you're dropped into a squad randomly because you're playing solo, or you jumped with a group of friends. If you can try and team up and decide to take points together and work in similar areas, then you'll see a massive benefit, even if you are using tanks or just going main infantry. What do you think about Waters? Maybe you've played it, maybe you just want to know more about it. Or maybe you haven't played it and you're willing to give it a go. Leave a comment down in response. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of me and the start of this channel, please give us a subscribe. As for me and Casual Gamer, we're going to say, have fun playing.